Hello again, and welcome back to Perfect Spiral Capital. My name is Luke Tatum. I'm an authorized infinite banking concept practitioner, and today I want to welcome you to the very first of what I'm going to call Mindset Mondays. I love talking about mindset. I love talking about entrepreneurship, how you can increase your success in whatever it is you're doing. I have these conversations all the time, and I'd love to be able to help you with those things as well. You can expect these videos to release on Mondays, and I hope to have one out every week. This is the framework that I use in my own life, and I'm not going to tell you anything that I don't personally do myself. So, what I'm going to describe here is something I call informational hygiene. What the heck does that mean? Well, let's get into it. Informational hygiene is a term that I picked up from the classic Neil Stephenson science fiction novel, Snow Crash. It's one of my favorite books in the world. I consistently rank that in my top 3 of all the novels I've ever read. And, I'm a big sci fi nerd, but it's not really about the same thing that it's about in the book. The way that I understand this, my conceptualization of informational hygiene is to get your head on straight by focusing only on things that help you. I'm a big fan of Jordan Peterson. Jordan Peterson will say things like, don't say things that make you feel weak. I fully agree with that. But this is a little bit more broad. So, what I mean with informational hygiene is that if you have various pitfalls that are built into your life, preventing you from achieving what you want to achieve, you need to aggressively remove them. For example, let's say that you're ordinarily fairly productive and you're making some progress towards your goals, but some of the music that you listen to on a regular basis puts you in this kind of melancholy mood, and you're just listless and looking out the window and thinking about past heartbreaks and whatever it is. Well, for now, as you're starting your entrepreneur journey, which is what a lot of these videos will be about, it'll be like getting started with your entrepreneur journey, you need to stop listening to those songs. You need to remove them from your playlist. Stop using that app. Whatever you have to do, stop. Same thing with television shows. Same thing with movies. If you regularly rewatch the same movie, but it always makes you think about something that puts you in this foul mood, don't watch it. If you have a DVD, get rid of it. Give it to a friend and tell them not to give it back if you can't bear to get rid of it, like physically, and throw it in the trash. Informational hygiene is about controlling the message. It's about controlling the thoughts that get into your mind, because we are governed completely by our self talk. Your self talk is how you talk to yourself, right? It's what your brain is saying. And if you have to sit there and grapple with negative self talk, if you have messages in your head like, you're not good enough, you're never going to succeed, etc., you've got to eliminate them. And the best way to eliminate them is not to argue with yourself, because if you've ever tried that, it's not very easy to win those arguments. It's to eliminate the inputs that create those thoughts. So if you have friends, family members, acquaintances that you interact with on a regular basis that are telling you those negative things, you have to stop having those conversations. You need a defense mechanism if it's someone you must speak to, but you have to find a way to eliminate those thoughts. All right, so let's say it's a coworker. You can't quit your main job, you're building your side business, and you want that to be your main business, but you've got this coworker that's always telling you what you're working on is stupid. You need to find a way to shut down that conversation. Avoidance is a great path. However, if you cannot avoid, then you need to come up with something. I'm focusing on building this. It may not be that inspiring right now, but it's going to get there. I appreciate your input, but I'm not going to talk about this with you anymore. Something like that. Lay the groundwork down and enforce it so that these thoughts don't keep you up at night and ruin the effort that you're putting out there. So, again, avoidance is great for things like videos, music, books. Just get rid of the ways that they enter into your life. Can you stop a song from coming into your head unbidden? Not necessarily, but you can stop it playing on Spotify. The same thing with YouTube. If you're subscribed to channels that produce content that you don't like, that make you feel weak, that make you feel like you're not good enough, stop watching them. Unsubscribe. Tell YouTube's algorithm you don't want to see that person anymore, that channel anymore. Actually take steps to prevent these things from happening. Personal relationships, of course, are more difficult, but if you can't avoid, then confront head on. Speak to the person directly, let them know that you appreciate their input, but it's got to stop. This is a good example. My family likes to give gifts, physical gifts, but we have been on an ongoing journey to declutter and remove things that we do not actively use from our living space. Okay, is this an entrepreneurship conversation? No. But whenever you're asked, what do you want for birthday, Christmas, whatever holiday that it's a gift giving holiday in your family, thank you for thinking of us. How about cash or a gift card? We do not need any more stuff. Tell them what you are trying to achieve. We are trying to achieve a minimal clutter living space. I do not need or want stuff. I appreciate the thought, gift card or cash. Thank you. Tell them what you're doing, why you're doing it, and why you're giving this set of conditions for your interactions. If they can't deal with that, then you need to have maybe a deeper conversation, or again, avoidance or confrontation, right? Get it over with. Because what we're talking about here is not, well, I'd like to have, more figurines in my figurine collection. What we're talking about here is possibly the most significant hurdle that you will ever need to cross. It's creating an entrepreneurial vision, creating a business, creating a source of cash flow that you control, that you can shape the future of, and will in turn shape your future. That's a big deal. So don't compromise and don't let other people set the terms of how you are going about this process. The biggest obstacles are in your brain, so you need to control what goes into your brain. That's always true. I don't care who you are. I'll have more videos in the future about self-talk and some further details there, but my overall framework I'm just calling informational hygiene, and that's really the foundation of it. Do not let other people, other media determine what your self-talk is, and the way that you do that is by controlling the inputs. Thank you so much for watching. In the description box below, you're going to find a link to my book, Between the Lies, How to Reclaim Your Future from the Banks and Wall Street, as well as a link to our booking page if we can assist you in the financial dimension of your entrepreneur journey. I hope this video helped. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next Monday.